Hello Jacob, thanks for joining me.
Hi Agnes, the pleasure is all mine.
We've recently recorded a new PPK in English episode with first part about using savings in employee capital plans by foreigners working in Poland. Do you remember that we have 8 ways to use our savings in PPK? Last time we've discussed about first 4 possibilities. You can leave your funds on a PPK account, withdraw after age of 60, early withdrawal of funds from PPK to cover own contribution, early withdrawal of PPK funds in case of illness. Let's proceed to the second part. Please say something about fifth circumstance.
It's return of funds from the PPK before the age of 60. A foreigner who is a PPK participant may also at any time return funds accumulated on the PPK account, for example, withdraw the savings accumulated on the account in form of cash. The agreement of running the PPK shall specify time and manner in which such refunds shall be made, and also the terms and conditions, including form and place of outpayment. In this case, the financial institutions keeps 30% back of the funds from the contributions financed by the employer. The deducted funds are transferred to a dedicated account with the Social Security institution, and this information is recorded in the participant pension account with the Social Security institution as his or her pension contribution. Funds from the welcome contribution and annual bonus from the state are going to be returned in full to the labor fund.
So a PPK participant making a return will receive 70% of the funds derived from contributions funded by the employees, less any capital gains tax due, and 100% of the funds derived from contributions funded by the participant, less any capital gains tax due.
Yes, all true.
Great news! And remember that the transfer of PPK funds to the participant may be made to a foreign bank account pointed by the PPK participant. However, this may involve additional charges such as currency conversions. Let's move to the sixth way.
Right. Transfer payment to the other PPK accounts is the sixth way. A PPK participant may at any time make a transfer of savings accumulated in PPK to other PPK accounts. There are no costs or taxes for the participant to make such a transfer. Furthermore, it's not possible to transfer the accumulated funds from the PPK account to pension programs operating in other countries. A transfer payment abroad is therefore currently excluded.
Now it's time to second to last, option number 7.
We can talk all over about withdrawal of funds from the PPK in case of divorce or marriage annulment. This option has a lot of issues. In the eventuality of divorce or annulment of marriage and dividing of the property, the funds accumulated in the PPK accruing to the participant's former spouse shall be transferred as a transfer payment to the PPK or a reimbursement in a cash.
How to proceed transfer payment to a former wife or husband?
The funds accumulated in PPK, which belongs to the former spouse after the division of joint property, are transferred to his or her PPK account, saving term deposit account or term deposit account on condition that they are paid out after the former spouse of the PPK participant reaches the age of 60. In this situation, the former spouse will not pay tax.
What about proceeding cash payment to a former wife or husband?
If a former spouse of a PPK participant cannot receive the funds accruing to him or her after the division of the joint property in the form of a transfer payment, he or she will receive the funds in the form of cash. However, if the former spouse has not yet acquired the right to a pension and is under age of 60, the money will go to him or her reduced by capital gains tax 30% of funds from employer contributions, surcharges from the state, which must be returned in full to the labor fund.
Okay, and now it's about time to hear the last, eighth way. Shall you explain?
Yes, of course. We will discuss withdrawal of funds from the PPK in the case of death of a PPK participant. In case of the death of PPK participant, PPK funds may be withdrawn at the request of the spouse of the participant or an authorized person. It is sufficient for a person entitled to receive the funds to report to the financial institution that manages the funds of the participant. Present documents confirming his or her identity, the death certificate of the PPK participant, and marriage certificate.
Could I please add something to this important closure? Citizenship other than Polish shall not prevent an heir or a designed beneficiary from receiving funds from PPK after the death of the PPK participant. Funds accumulated on the PPK account shall be transferred to the spouse of a dead PPK participant or to entitled persons in full amount. To the PPK, IKE or PPE account kept from them or returned in cash. They will not pay income tax.
You are right, but there is a second important notice to this subject. Funds from the PPK acquired through inheritance are not subject to inheritance or gift tax, nor can be reduced by capital gains tax or any other public liability. They are paid to the heirs in full.
I think that we have fully presented how to use savings in the PPK by foreigners. If you have any questions, contact us at mojeppk.pl. Thank you, and we are looking forward to talk to you soon.
Thank you. Next English version of PPK podcasts are on their way. See you next time.